Okay, Capricorn, welcome. Madame will see you now. So, Capricorn, we are going to have a reading here, roughly seen for about a week. You can watch it whenever you stumble upon it and feel like you might want to watch it because there might be something for you. The events might be already developing or about start in the next week or so. Some of them are more long term, but I will point it out as we go if they appear on the reading. So I will be showing you some pictures and saying some words about these pictures. And these words and pictures will make up some stories. So during this reading, I will be telling you the stories the only way I know how to tell stories, obviously. And you will be understanding the stories the only way you know how to understand stories. And it doesn't mean that we tell and understand stories exactly in the same way. So it might happen that you understand the story not exactly the way I intended it to be, which is perfectly normal because we are all human and this is your story. This being said, please also keep in mind that it is scientifically not possible to predict future with a piece of paper with a picture in it. That's not why we're here. We're here because these pieces of paper with pictures on them can influence your imagination, trigger something, some association in your brain, and this will influence your imagination. And your imagination and whatever it is that it triggers in your brain is what shapes the way you perceive your reality. And that's why we're here. And it works like this. Let's say you see here something, either one piece of information or several or whatever you prefer. And you like it and you want it to be part of your life. So what you have to do is to say, yes, that's my story and it will be part of your life from now on. If you see here something that you don't like, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to say anything. All you have to do is to completely forget and ignore all thoughts about it, and it will disappear into nothingness and not be part of your life. If you want to say thank you for the reading, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe to the channel, you can share the channel or the video, recommend it to somebody. You can buy me a coffee, there's a link in the description below. If you don't feel like any of these but still want to say thank you, you can just do something good in the world around you, be nice to people, make them smile. Do something good, that's perfectly fine with me. If you have something negative to get off your chest, feel free to click the dislike button and let it out. Alrighty, so Capricorn, let us have a look. What do we have? We have Truth Be Told, interesting. 5 of Cups, the Fool, 5 of Pentacles, and the Book. And I just noticed I only dealt one Lenormand and we can't have it. I need 2 of them. So let me deal one more. So, with these beautiful cards and the book, we have the Whip in the reverse. You have acquired some knowledge over time, and let's say, not knowledge, you've been learning. You've been learning, and I think there was some lack of system to this learning. There was a lot of persistence because obviously you're Capricorn. If you start something, you bring it to the end. But I don't see much system here. So, and apologies for the cries outside. It's really hot and I have a fan and an open window. So, apart from that, I think it was also a spontaneous decision to learn whatever it was that you were learning. Might be also receiving some sort of information. So it was a long process of discovery and you found the truth. so to speak. You come to the conclusion, you come to the understanding, you found out what you wanted to find out. And the results are less than exhilarating for you. But what I want to say, so with Five of Pentacles, you know how sometimes the more you learn something, the more you understand how little you know about it. So for example, when I was studying a language that I knew I was good at, with every lesson, with every time at the university, I understand that I know less and less of it. So it's kind of this sort of a situation, Capricorn, where you learn and you understand how little you know. It's a good thing, but it doesn't make you feel good at this moment. Because feeling humble in regards to the knowledge is normal. It's a good sign. It's a sign that you're learning, but I think it's making you sad, because maybe you were hoping to find out everything when you started learning, but you arrived to the point where you understand how vast this undertaking is. And with this being said, you've been sad or maybe feeling like, oh my god, I don't know anything. I spent so much time and now I feel even more stupider than I felt at the beginning. This is a quote from Faust. No, not direct quote, but yes. So and I think you hang up too much on this realization, not the way before you, not the path before you to learn more and more and more, because this fool is just at the beginning of the adventure. But I think you concentrate too much on this Five of Pentacles. It's like, oh my god, I cannot, I won't be able to understand and learn it all. So I think there's just a little moment of doubt. That's what I was trying to say here. And truth be told is, first of all, there's realization. Second of all, I think you're just thinking and rethinking and deciding whether you want to continue this process. Or if you decide that, no, I feel too unhappy, I feel overwhelmed, and I don't want to pursue this path. So I think, yeah, you've been learning something, you've been discovering something new, you've been... it doesn't necessarily mean like learning. Maybe you were learning a language, maybe you were learning a new profession, maybe you were just discovering something new to something that you already knew. I don't know, stupid discovery, but if you are in IT or something, you were working with one system and then you decided to start learning another, and you discover that there's far too much to it than you thought, and you might be thinking like, I'm too old for this shit, I'm never going to catch up with the other people and stuff like that. So it can be anything, just the general gist of it. Wow, that was a long first story here. Let's see what else. We have Message in a Bottle. We have Seven of Wands. We have Death in the reverse. We have the Alchemist, which is the Magician, in the reverse. We have the Letter and the Anchor. Okay, definitely some news that you receive. Definitely some news that you receive, and it's news about something that you cannot change. I mean, there are big cards with Death in the reverse and Alchemist in the reverse, but it's just lack of change and lack of instruments for you to change something. And the Anchor with the Letter is also saying that it's something fundamental. It's like, I hope I'm just saying that. All right, so let's say you get news about some nature event. I don't want to conjure any catastrophes here, so, but basically, or you read the weather forecast that says there will be heat in the next 7 days or something, like very oppressive heat. You'll have absolutely no chance of changing it. And with message in a bottle, I also think it's something that you weren't expecting. It just found you. I don't think it's about nature events or something like that, but it is something that you receive as information, and the only thing you can do is accept. You feel a little bit defensive. You feel like you want to try to change something about it, but you know that it is not something that you can change. Okay, so let me try to pry off more cards from the desk and continue. Soulmates, King of Pentacles, Five of Cups again, Four of Pentacles, the Star, and the Dice in the reverse. Okay, you have a goal in life that you are pursuing. And no matter what happens, it's there. It's like this fixed star on your horizon that you follow. No matter lucky, not lucky, the star is there, and whatever happens around, you just stare ahead at this star and follow it. The Four of Pentacles just underlines it, like this persistence. So you're there, you're not moving anywhere, you're just watching the star going there. It's not easy sometimes. It's not easy, so because there are stuff, but it's yours. It's yours, and it might be okay if we're talking about romantic situation here or relationship situation. It is someone with you, with your soulmate, if you like all this crap stuff. It is somebody with whom you have this special connection. It's a person in your life that plays a special role there. It's somebody also who keeps you afloat when things go weird. They may be this star. And it doesn't even mean that it's somebody that you are together with. Maybe it's like, an old crush or something that you still keep in your heart. It might be somebody you admire. But this person, no matter even if present or not, they with their own example, just with their existence, they give you this, they give you strength to continue, basically. If it's not about this sort of thing, it's just a goal in life, and you being Capricorn, you are this King of Pentacles in this scenario, and you just go there because it's your goal. So can play both ways, up to you, you know better what applies, but this is it. Maybe just a role model, a father figure to with the king, not a father, but just a very reliable adult that you had or have in your life, or wish you had in your life. Okay, we have come to the edge. The Knight of Wands, no, not Wands. Why do they have to have W in them, both of them? Swords. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Page of Swords in the upright. The Compass in the upright, and the Cross. Interesting. So you're playing with an idea to change the course. I mean, you have the star here that you are looking towards, but here you have the compass. And with the compass you have the cross, meaning an end. And you have the Page of Swords, which is being inquisitive, curious, and There's something about time and timing here. So I'm looking at this story here. You're thinking about giving up something. And I'm thinking about this here. And I'm looking at this. And it looks to me that whatever it was, this passion that you followed for a long time might have outlived itself. You're not really admitting it to yourself for now with this I knew it a moment ago how it's called, with this Knight of Swords. So you may not even admit it to yourself. You're just toying with the idea of it. Because it's been a while and you don't know if you're still doing it out of passion or out of habit. So you're tasting the boundaries, how far you can go. Can you switch to something else? And I think for you it might be also breathtaking, the novelty of this idea. Okay, we have Loyal Heart, 8 of Wands in the upright, 10 of Cups in the reverse, the World in the reverse, the Ring and the Mice. I think you decide not to drop it, whatever it is. But no matter how hard it is, you commit. You're still committed because you are Capricorn. You're still committed. You still want to do whatever it is that you want to do. But here's something new here, and it is you communicating about it, either to the person, saying that, making them understand what it costs you to follow them, or making it clear to yourself, or maybe just sharing it with friends or therapists or something like that. So let's say it was a job that you stayed in for a long time. There are moments where you wanted to drop it, but there are things or perks that you like about the job, or maybe it's the job that you like doing in itself, despite people being jerks, something like that. And, or maybe you, I don't know, just loyal to some colleagues with whom you were working for a long time. I don't know. So you were staying there long enough, but now, without complaining, but now you start voicing all that it cost you, the price of your loyalty. So be it a person, a cause, a job, you start talking about how much it costs you. Hope it makes sense. And with truth be told, and one owl, we have two owls here, so, and they look at each other. I see a dialogue here. So you are addressing it. Maybe it's just like, if it's an abstract concept that you've been following, like an idea, a religion, I don't know, you just start talking to it, start journaling, start seeking dialogue with it. Even if it's an inanimate object or something, just trying to put into words your devotion, your dedication, and what it means to you. Building blocks, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Pentacles again in the upright, the Wheel in the upright this time, the Fox in the reverse, and the Luck. I think it pays off in the end. your patience, your perseverance, it pays off. And at some point, when the time is right, it's been a long wait, but now when the time comes, the events will start unraveling quite fast. So you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and now maybe somebody was playing against you, maybe somebody was there in the picture that was kind of counterbalancing and something. Now they're out of picture, and the circumstances and the time is right. And either you show this person or this cause or this job what you're worth, or they understand it themselves, because dialogue, if you remember. But it moves fast, and it gives also some solid results that you can build on. So cool. We have never-ending story. We have the world in the upright and the world in the reverse. The Empress in the upright, the Scythe in the reverse, and the Rider in the reverse. What is it with people and horses? I can't remember how they call it. Yeah, so after that, or maybe before that, I see here some decision fatigue. I see here some decision fatigue because after this win, you will have to decide whether you move forward or not, whether you rest on your laurels or not, because both is actually quite nice. I mean, whatever happens here gives you a very solid foundation, be it financially, be it emotionally. But then you will have to decide yourself without any input from outside, without any pressure or anything, but it will be time for you to decide as mistress or master, mistress because I see Empress here, but master of your destiny and life. Is it all? Do I start a new cycle? Do I repeat the cycle? Do I do something new with it? And I think for you it will be a little bit of a challenge to make a decision. So yeah, Capricorn, this whole thing is showing us here something about a story of you, of your journey towards something. Be it a person, be it some personal happiness, be it professional success, that you've been investing work, that you've been learning a lot, that you've been spending a lot of time working on. And at some point you start questioning yourself and asking yourself, is it even possible for me to succeed here? There's something that's guiding you through everything of it. Be it a person, an example, a role model, something within you, somebody in your past who was a role model for you to continue to persevere. And you might be toying with the idea of stopping it and doing something else with your time and effort. You decide to stay in the game, but this time, because before that, I think that you were just, doing it all, following, pursuing your goals without saying anything, without voicing it, without telling people what you have to do to achieve it. And now it changes. Now you just tell people, yes, I'm doing it, but it is something extremely difficult that only I can do. This is something valuable, like my knowledge that I imply here, that I spent 20 years learning maybe. I don't know. So here you decide to voice what it takes you to do this or that. You explain to people that, yes, I'm here, but it's because of all the effort that I invested in it. And even if it's not about other people, even if you don't have anybody like as a person to talk to, you start making lists for yourself, you start writing it down, you start the conversation within yourself with the thing as your interlocutor, is your person to whom you speak. So, and in the end, your perseverance will be rewarded. either if it's about job, you'll be recognized, you'll be given a good, solid role. In a relationship, I see commitment. In something else, I see recognition, and it's going to happen quite fast. But here I see you. It doesn't even have to be connected with this. It can be something about completely different. But I see you here realizing yourself as the master, mistress, just owner of your life, of your destiny. And the decision that you need to make is, do I start a new cycle? Do I remain in this cycle? Is it the same cycle that I'm starting again? Is it a new cycle that I want to start this time? And life is a cycle, and you need to make a decision, and every time it's so difficult for you to decide. So, and apart from that, I see here something that probably not related to anything, is just received a message about something that you cannot change, but it slightly ticks you off, and you wish you could change it, but it's something absolutely unchangeable. So yeah, Capricorn, interesting reading here. Good luck, and Madame will see you again.